really hit the platonic friendship jackpot like 13 times or 14 times. I have 14 human living beings that can give me that fulfill me like that. Do you understand how rare that is in this economy? Do you understand? And it's like, that's not even something I brag about. Do you know, like, I'm not even out here bragging about that. I should be screaming on these fucking streets, bragging about the kind of platonic friendships I have. Like, what the literal motherfucking shit? And I'm out here whining and bitching sometimes about not having found my, like, romantic soulmate. Babes, I've found platonic soulmates 14 times over. You dumb bitch. I swear, sometimes it's like you don't really understand what you have until you're sitting in front of a camera phone screaming at the realization with yourself. Literally, what the fuck? But yes, so I think I want to take this opportunity to just be like, shout out to my friends. Like, what the hell? I literally love you guys. Like, luckiest girl in the world over here. I don't even know how I did that. I don't even know how I got that. And I've lost so many friends throughout my life as well. Let's make it clear. I've also lost a lot of friends. And I was never afraid to lose those friends in the fear of like, oh my God, now I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, however many friends less. I'm how am I gonna make new friends? I'm an adult. I'm not gonna make new friends. I'm gonna have no friends by the end of this, blah, blah, blah. And then always they would be replaced. Not that they would be replaced, but like they would leave, they would make space for someone new, and then somebody better would come along. So if you're scared of cutting out a friend because you think I'll never find anyone as good as this person, or how am I gonna make new friends? I'm like this age, whatever, what the fuck. Cut them out, because A, you know, your heart knows, your soul knows, you deserve better. You will find better. I've literally met like 2 of my closer friends I met at a nightclub at 3 a.m. on New Year's Day. Another friend I met at another club. I went clubbing by myself. I ended up meeting her 2 friends. Then they invited me to the dance floor with them. The rest of them ended up leaving. I was just left with this one girl by the end of it, me and her. My other friend, it was like a red string theory. We met in college, but then 2 years went by through like we kind of just were like acquaintances, because I was not the version of myself that was ready to be friends with her. 2 years go by, we reconnect because we kept running into each other literally several times in this like small type city. Like, it wasn't small enough that it would make sense for us to run into each other that many times, but it wasn't that big that it was like kind of crazy. But nonetheless, we ran into each other like 4 or 5 times. Finally ended up getting coffee. She's like my soul mate. She's my soul sister. This bitch knows me better than any living human being on this fucking planet. That's right. Another friend also met in college, never really like clicked there. Ended up reconnecting when I moved to a city she was living in. Boom. Like, literally, she was my closest friend in that city the whole time I lived there. And she helped me through some rough shit. I helped her through some rough shit. We're bonded like this. Do you know what I mean? Like, another friend, literally met her when I was 19. We lived in the same country for 3 months. 3 months. Only 3 months have we lived in the same ass fucking geographical location. 3 months, right? We've been friends for over 7 years now. Long distance friendship going 7 fucking years. I could go on. I have all of my friend stories are like this. They're all fucking like this. My other friend, right? I met here, closest friend in this country. I was in India for a wedding for like a week, and I was flying to move to Australia from India. 2 days before my flight, I had nowhere to live. I hadn't booked an Airbnb. I hadn't booked a hotel. I hadn't found an apartment, nothing. I had nowhere to live, right? Very reckless of me, some might say, me being some. 2 days before I was supposed to fly out, the groom asked me, so have you found a place to stay yet? And I was like, no, not yet. And he was like, okay, I'm going to give your contact information to an old childhood friend that lives in the city in Australia that I was moving to, and you'll connect and he'll help you out. He ends up offering me his couch to sleep on. I end up sleeping on their couch. He's living with his partner. And initially I'm a little bit like, oh, like, is she cool with this? Because I'm just like a random woman that neither of them really know, like living on their couch. We end up hitting it off, not then, because I ended up moving out after a week and going to live in a farm for a month. And then when I came back from that farm, we ended up meeting to go to like the beach. And on that beach friend date, we ended up realizing like, oh, we like to talk about really deep philosophical, like deep shit. And we've been besties ever since. We've gone camping together. We've gone to music festivals together. We watched the whole season 3 of White Lotus together. Like, we've literally like bonded. I'm going to stay at her parents' like holiday home next week for Easter. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the universe just finds a way. It sprinkles the people that you need in your life when you need them. That's why I literally cannot be sitting here complaining about not finding the love of my life yet. It's not my time. All right? Like, sure, I want to get, but you know, it's just not my time right now. And I know when it happens, I'm literally going to be so broken down there because it's just going to be nuts. I'm going to be making up for like almost 3 years of celibacy. It's going to be real rough for you, girl. I'm really sorry.